Real Madrid is about to have the biggest rebuild in over a decade. And honestly, it's about time. Because after 2 straight seasons without a major trophy, Florentino Pérez didn't just make changes. He brought back the one man he swore he'd never bring back. Jose Mourinho is Real Madrid's manager again. Before you keep watching, hit that like button and subscribe. Trust me, you don't want to miss what happens next. Let's talk about how this all started. 2 days before the 2026 World Cup even kicked off, 4 men sat down in a Madrid hotel room. Mourinho, Director General Jose Angel Sanchez, Chief Scout Juni Calafat, and Super Agent Jorge Mendes. He wasn't even officially the coach yet, but make no mistake, Mourinho was already calling every shot. Every manager before him, even Carlo Ancelotti, begged for reinforcements and got ignored. Mourinho, he's getting everything he wants. So what has Madrid actually done so far? First, the right side of defense just got a serious upgrade. Denzel Dumfries completed his move from Inter Milan on July 5th, 30 years old, a fee north of £17 million. He's there to push Trent Alexander-Arnold and make sure nobody's position is safe. Second, Ibrahima Konaté.
Breaking news, Real Madrid have confirmed the signing of Ibrahima Konaté, the centre-back.
Free transfer. Straight out of Liverpool. Yes, he had a rough season under the radar, but Madrid didn't care. Free is free, and depth at center back was non-negotiable. Third, and this one's massive, reports say Real Madrid have already agreed a record-shattering fee for Yan Diomande. If that number holds up, this could be one of the most expensive signings of Madrid's entire summer. Now here's where it gets interesting, because for every player walking in, somebody's walking out. Gonzalo García, 22 years old. Mourinho reportedly rates him, but at 22, promising backup isn't good enough anymore. Fulham are ready to pay around €40 million for him, though Madrid reportedly want to structure it differently, possibly selling half his rights for $30 million instead. Madrid needs striker depth, and the noise says his replacement could already be lined up. Levante's Carlos Espí has a €25 million release clause, and instead of signing for Hull City like everyone expected, he's reportedly waiting to see if Real Madrid comes calling. Now, let's talk about the messiest storyline of the entire summer, Aurélien Tchouaméni. Back on July 8th, sources told ESPN that Tchouaméni had agreed a new contract, tying him to Madrid until 2031. Case closed, right? Manchester United walk away, everyone moves on. Except they didn't. Reports emerged that Madrid never actually announced that new deal, and suddenly, Manchester United were back in the picture, reportedly ready to pay somewhere around £68 million. So according to multiple reports, Mourinho, the same man who wanted to keep Tchouaméni, may now be ready to sell him to help pay for someone else entirely. Let that sink in. Madrid extended his contract, and now they might sell him anyway. Which brings us to the name at the center of everything, Rodri. Manchester City's Rodri, the reigning Ballon d'Or winner. Real Madrid have reportedly made contact with an opening offer in the region of €50 million, and word is they're prepared to go as high as 60. His contract runs out in 2027, which gives Madrid leverage, but City won't give up their best midfielder without a fight. If that deal happens, this stops being a rebuild. It becomes a statement. Now, while all of that was unfolding, Real Madrid had to shut down a completely different rumor. Back in early July, the club released an official statement flat out denying any interest in Chelsea's Enzo Fernández. Not no comment, an actual comunicado stating they'd made no approach, direct or indirect, and had no intention of making one. Sounds pretty final, right? Except here's the thing about official denials in football. They usually mean not right now, not never. And with Madrid still hunting for another midfielder if one of their current options leaves, don't be shocked if his name resurfaces before this window closes. And then there's Endrick. The Brazilian teenager arrived at the Bernabéu with massive expectations. Right now, he's fighting just to get on the pitch. With Mourinho building a win-now squad stacked with proven names, reports suggest Endrick's path to regular minutes is getting narrower by the week, and question marks over a loan move keep resurfacing every time his name comes up. For a player once considered a generational talent, that's not where anyone expected him to be in 2026. Now, here's a storyline that isn't technically a Real Madrid transfer, but Madrid are tangled up in it anyway. Julian Alvarez. During the World Cup, Atlético Madrid's Argentine striker said the quiet part out loud. He wants to leave. Barcelona moved fast. A €100 million bid rejected. They came back with more. Still not enough for Atletico president Enrique Cerezo, who said flatly, Julian Alvarez is an Atletico de Madrid player and will remain an Atletico de Madrid player. But here's what most people missed. Real Madrid didn't sit this one out either. Back in June, Madrid put in their own bid for Alvarez, reportedly 150 million euros, also rejected. Think about that. While Madrid are chasing Rodri and gambling on Tchouaméni's future, they still tried to pry away one of the best strikers on the planet, from a crosstown rival no less. Atletico have gone as far as publicly accusing Barcelona of running what they called a pressure campaign, even using the word harassment to push Alvarez out the door early. And reports out of Spain suggest Alvarez himself is planning one more public move, possibly a statement, before this window closes, to try to force his way to Barcelona. So does he get his dream move? Does he stay and play one more season under Diego Simeone? Or does Real Madrid quietly circle back in if this entire saga collapses? Now let's talk about the one storyline nobody at the Bernabéu wants to talk about. Vinicius Jr. Arsenal are reportedly exploring a move, and the fact that this rumor even exists tells you everything about where his relationship with the club currently stands. So here's the real question. Does Mourinho build his new era around Vinicius, or does he build it without him? We don't know yet. Nobody does. Not even Vinicius, probably. But here's what we do know. Mourinho is back. Pérez is all in. Tchouaméni might be gone. Rodri might be coming. And Real Madrid's summer isn't slowing down anytime soon. So I want to know. Comment below right now. Should Real Madrid cash in on Vinicius while they still can? Or is that the biggest mistake this club could possibly make? Let me know down there. If this kept you updated, smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.